Hello guys, hope you all are doing well. Today I'm here with an amazing video wherein I'll talk about the lookup function available in Excel, how to make best use of the lookup functions, the VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. We'll also talk about how XLOOKUP has changed the way we look for our data in Excel and how it has overcome the shortcomings of VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Welcome to my channel Learn Away. I make videos regarding how to make best out of tools and software that we use on daily basis. So let's start the video. So first I'll talk about the VLOOKUP, then I'll talk about how to use the XLOOKUP, and then we'll discuss and compare which one is better and why XLOOKUP has changed everything, changed the lookup game in Excel. We'll see how we can use VLOOKUP to find the rep name here from this table. So I'll give equal to VLOOKUP and I will double click on this. So this is a feature in Excel. You must be knowing that while we are typing the formula, we can see what are the values that need to be fed in. If we don't understand something, we can double click on it and Excel will tell us what is exactly that we need to put in there. So this is the thing that it displays. So first we need to fed in the value of lookup value. So here I'm searching for supplier ID, so I'll click on that. I'll give comma, then the table array. So here we need to put in the table array. So I will give the location of this and select this table. Then we need to give column index. So here, since I'm looking for rep name, I will give the column name for that. So this is 0, this is 1 and 2. Then I'll give it here 2. The last input that we can give is whether we want to search for an approximate match or exact match. So in VLOOKUP, the default value for this is true, that is approximate match, but I want exact match, so I'll give exact match here. So this is it. I got Kevil, which is there in one here 10051. So here if I want to have values for these as well, then I have to separately write the code for VLOOKUP and search for the items, give the column indexing and have the values here. So if I want to replicate this for the supplier, for the other suppliers, then I can just drag it, but before that I need to hard code the reference values for the table, then it will be correct. So now if I drag this, it will search for all these supplier IDs from here and give me the value. But say if some supplier IDs information is not available, say if I give 1055, so this value is not available, but now it gives error. But now I know that this value is not available, but what if I don't know about it and there is a ton of data and we are searching for it? So this is confusing at times, that whether the data is not available or there is some other error that we are making. This thing is also rectified in XLOOKUP. We'll see that further in the video. So now we'll go through XLOOKUP. So I'll just clear this out, equal to XLOOKUP. So we'll type XLOOKUP and we'll double click. So guys, we'll first see what all things that it needs to give. So it will have the lookup value like VLOOKUP. So we'll have to select the ID that we are searching for. So next we want lookup array. So here it is not asking for the entire table that we want. Here we can give a range. So I'll select the supplier ID in which I am searching, this supplier ID. Then I'll have to give the return array. So now I don't have to select the entire table. I just need to select the return array and it will be done. The next input that we can give, this is optional, but if the data is not found, if the data is not present in the table that we are searching for, then instead of showing the out of bound error or #NA error, we can give our own message. So we'll know that whether the data is not there, therefore the error is coming, or there is something else that is wrong. So for that, XLOOKUP has really helped here. Otherwise we had to use VLOOKUP and then give IF_NA function and use that to specify our message, but here it is just very simplified. So I'll give data not available. After that, this is also an optional feature that XLOOKUP has. The thing is, here the default is exact match, unlike in VLOOKUP wherein it was approximate match. Here it is exact match, which is most of the time that we need. So this is also a great thing that XLOOKUP has. So I got the region as central for 1005. till now we saw how XLOOKUP works and how VLOOKUP works, and what are the input data that we need to provide in order to get the appropriate output. Now we'll look at the amazingness of XLOOKUP and how it has improved on all the shortcomings of VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So let's see the first one. It can look for the data in right column as well. So I'll give you an example for this. See, now what in VLOOKUP what happens, if you search for supplier ID, you can look for the data which is there in the left side of the columns, in all the columns like rep name, region, item, units. But what if you want to give this as input and search for supplier IDs? That is not possible in VLOOKUP. So we'll see how XLOOKUP can do that. I'll give rep name. Say I'm searching for Howard. I'll give it here. I'm searching for supplier ID. Okay. So I'll give XLOOKUP. I'll select this. Input would be the value that I'm looking for. So I'm looking for Howard. Now I need to give lookup array. So we are searching it in here. Then we'll give return array, which would be this supplier ID. This is what we are looking as an answer. Then if not value, I'll not give any, and I am looking for exact match. I'm not entering into the search mode. Now I got the supplier ID as well. This is how it gives the data which is available in right side of the column as well. Then it has inbuilt if not found function, which we already discussed. It also has no column numbering required. So we saw that we do not need to give the column numbers. We can just directly select the input range and return array. We don't need to give column numbering. And how it helps is, say if I insert some other column here, okay, still I'll get the same value, which is not the case in VLOOKUP. There you cannot, if you delete, then it will show that hash any error. Okay, so you can delete or add columns and still it will work. By default it is exact match, as I discussed earlier. In VLOOKUP it is approximate match, whereas in XLOOKUP the default is exact match. And instead of selecting table, you can select a range. That also we discussed, that we don't need to select the entire table. We can just give a range and it will give you the output. We'll see there is no sorting required for exact match. So I'll give you one example here. Say here we have quantity, the percentage discount based on the quantity. And if we look for something which is intermediate to this, if I give XLOOKUP, I am looking for this value. Lookup array would be this, return array would be this. If not found, I'm not giving, and we are searching for exact match or the next smaller item. So I'll give -1 and enter. So we got 15%. Here I'll give VLOOKUP. We are looking for this value. In the table array, this column index would be 2, and by default it is approximate match, so I will leave it. So here as well we got 15%. Now what if I remove the sorting from here? So now the sorting has been removed, and if XLOOKUP, it is still 15%. It looks for the value and then you get it exactly, but in VLOOKUP it changed to 7%, which is wrong. So you need to have the data in sorted format so as to use the approximate match in VLOOKUP, whereas XLOOKUP is just revolutionary. It gives you the data that you want. Then two-way lookup is also possible, that we discussed. Then multiple values can be fetched. Okay, so this one we'll see. So if I want to have the data for all of these columns, I'll give XLOOKUP. Lookup value would be supplier ID. Lookup array would be this. Return array would be the entire thing that I want. Then give comma. If not found, I'm leaving it. And exact match, enter. So see, all the items are here. If I just give absolute referencing to this, and this as well, then we can just drag this and it will give the values for all the supplier IDs. If you hover on this, it will come in gray. The formula will be in gray. That means you cannot edit the formula from here. You'll have to edit it from the source. after you edit it, this will get updated. So this is it guys, hope you enjoyed this video, hope you enjoyed the learning that you got from this video, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I come up with such content regularly, and if you have something that you want me to make video on, anything related to Excel, Power BI, Tableau, I will be very happy to make such videos. Thank you guys, thank you for watching.